GearNetwork.com.
This is a Gear Network production.
Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is sponsored by our store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, please remember to do that, because when you do, you provide gasoline to the engine known as Gear Radio Network, and that helps this podcast continue. It is the best way to shop for yourself and is the best way to support this podcast. Now, on with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Gear Network presents the Football Talk Weekly Podcast with John Cimino and Brandon Gorell. And now, here's John.
Oh, hello, America. How's it going, everybody? Huh?
America,
yes. It's...
Whether you're standing or kneeling,
Oh, boy.
you're still American.
We'll get there, trust me. Hello, everyone. My name is John Cimino at DJC Money on the Twitter. And yes, I did appear at a wrestling show this past week. And flipping off my cat at the Gear Network Studios here at the Gear Network Studios in Rochester, my eyesore, Mr. Brandon Gorell. Brandon, say hello.
Oh, what's up?
All right. And shopgear.com, as always, it is your friend.
It's not Gear Shop, right? It's
No,
Shop
it's
Gear.
not Gear Shop. I just did an interview with the Turnbuckle Talk Radio podcast, which you can hear on the Gear Radio Network as well. And for those of you not in the know, I am a pro wrestler and have recently returned to the ring. I can get into that a little later on in the BS segment at the end of the show, but I just did an interview for the Turnbuckle Talk Radio podcast, and I picked on one of the hosts, Pat G. The G stands for Gangsta. And
That's not what I thought it stood for.
no, that's not what I thought it stood for either when I first met him. And now that I know him, I still don't think that's what it stands for. What am,
Big Gangsta L?
He calls it
Jesus Christ.
he calls. Oh boy! All right, I just caught that last part, and now, damn it, Brandon, you've got me.
The train of thought is lost.
Yeah,
It's all right.
That's what you do. That's good. And you know what? That would have been really good, I think, over the weekend.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to not talk about that. We can't just know. We just can't.
I sure wish we could.
I do wish we could, and sadly, I think we've got about another good couple of weeks of this crap.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lifetime of this crap because we've got too many damn knuckle draggers in this country, and they seem to be the loudest everywhere,
Right.
including POTUS.
This week, the football weekend was overshadowed by comments from the president regarding the anthem protesters, referring to those that protest the anthem by either kneeling or sitting or whatever, saying, quote, get those son of a bitches out and tell them you're fired, repeating his famous catchphrase from shitty
he really let that second one rip, didn't he? He felt like he was back on The Apprentice.
He sure did.
You're fired! He sounded like Vince McMahon.
That, every team began to show unity, with some teams kneeling, some teams sitting, some teams, like in the case of the Pittsburgh Steelers, not even going out.
Or both teams not showing up, like the Titans and Seahawks.
Titans and Seahawks didn't show up.
Yeah.
President Donald J. Trump said earlier on Wednesday that the NFL is in a, quote, very bad box over the issues of players protesting during the national anthem, and suggested that it will harm the league's business, going as far as to say, and I quote, I think the NFL is in a box. I think they're in a really bad box, he said to reporters while leaving the White House for a trip to Indiana. You look what's happening with their ratings. Frankly, the only thing doing well in the NFL is the pregame, because everybody wants to see what's going on. You cannot have people disrespecting our national anthem, our flag, our country, and that's what they're doing, Trump said. And in my opinion, the NFL has to change, or you know what's going to happen? Their business is going to hell. The Nielsen Company said on Tuesday that through 3 weeks, viewership for the national telecast of the NFL games were down 11% this season compared to 2016. Nielsen said that the games averaged 17.63 million viewers for the first 3 weeks of last season, and that has dipped to 15.65 million this year. The Nielsen figures, however, Brandon, do not include many of the Sunday afternoon games that are shown to a regional audience, but not a national one. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this, and I've been very, very much on the Colin Kaepernick bandwagon.
Yeah.
And I understand why he and select others were doing it.
Right.
I have a very, very big problem with this entire sensationalize. If that's even the word I'm looking for, of the anthem and what it means, and Trump getting involved and spitting out his rhetoric, and then the NFL seemingly going overboard.
Yeah,
with a lot of their responses.
They're trying to show unity.
Right.
They're trying to show they're on the same page. And at the same time, they're cheapening what originally... Because now it's become less about that and more about waving the finger back at our president. Which is what I'm sure his goal and objective is.
Right.
Is to get away from that. Right.
To make it about
him.
Not about what originally...
Everything's about ratings. First of all, he's quite the wordsmith. I mean, a box. Just like he said that Puerto Rico is in the middle of a very large ocean.
It's an island in an
ocean. Have you seen this?
In a
very big ocean.
It's like he just discovered that Puerto Rico even existed.
Right. It's kind of ridiculous. It is losing its meaning when you have, Jerry Jones sitting there in the middle, taking the choreographed knee with everybody, and it's like, okay, and now we've got celebrities online taking photos of themselves with a knee, and it's like, okay, well, you're doing that, and that's cool and all, but what else are you doing? Like, Kaepernick is putting his money where his mouth was. He lost a multi-million-dollar job so that he can work in soup kitchens, community centers, boys and girls clubs, talking, giving speeches, talking to the youth, talking to, black males in neighborhoods, buying suits for, felons who are coming out of prison and they're looking for new work and trying to get them interview skills and all these things. That's what the whole original intent was. And now it's become you can't mess with the shield. The shield will always,
right,
rise above everybody else.
I agree.
And it's a paid goddamn anthem. The U.S. government pays for this to be on their field.
As of 2009, that was when the paid anthems began, and that's when you started to see Super Americana,
right,
at every football game.
Yeah.
And maybe it was sporadic in the beginning, but let's be honest here, it's been overboard. Like every year, it's trying to top the next one, and then it's trying to top the next year, and then it's trying
Pretty soon they're gonna have a bald eagle jacking off, and if you want to talk disrespect to the flag, how about when he grabbed that flag during the campaign, and just like it was standing on a pole, and he just walked over to it on the stage and like put his arms around it and started squeezing it, and rubbing his old disgusting little boner on the thing. That's desecrating the flag, if you ask me.
Yes.
More than taking a knee. Get the F out of here. I've had enough. I'm good with the knee. I'm all for it, but let's not make it an issue where everyone's doing it, or some people are doing it and some are not, and you got owners out there doing it. I get it. You want to be unified and things like that, but the purpose of taking a knee is a different thing. If you've got players on your team that say, you know what, screw it, I was kind of on the fence about it, and I'm going to do it now because I think it's right, and I think we need to do something about it, cool. But if you're going to do it as like a whole team, like we got to decide to be unified, go be unified, stand together, lock arms, get your owner out there and lock arms too, that's fine.
Absolutely.
I did not really like what the Cowboys did, and they did it before it too, which was really cheesy, and then they walked backwards and stood together. And it's like, okay, you took a knee for what? Just so you can be on TV and have a picture of you? I mean, Jerry Jones couldn't, he looked directly into the camera. I mean, he knew what was going on. It was totally choreographed.
Make sure it's my good side.
Yeah, it's totally choreographed, and that's what bothered me about it, is cheapening it of it. I don't have a problem with the gesture itself. A lot of people do, and I really don't care. Those people don't understand what freedom is. They think it's a flag. They think it's troops. They think it's being patriotic is freedom. It's not. Freedom is to dissent. I mean, this country was built on dissension. And it continues to work on dissension, and it only improves during dissension. When people march in line and get in line, even when they see injustice and they see horrible things happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's how regimes like the Nazis and the Italians and even the Irish, when they're just marching people to death, and nobody spoke up. Everyone just fell in line because they were too afraid to do anything about it. We live in a country where you don't have to be afraid.
I'm going to give some comedic effect to the podcast really quickly. I need to yell at my dog for a minute. Keep talking.
I don't want to keep talking.
Shut up.
That was our own JC Money yelling in at a dog.
Okay, thank you.
In English.
Goddamn thing.
Because dogs don't understand English.
Well, I think it might be. It bring a different element to the comedy.
It's too much. Everyone's always tripping all over their own dicks, trying to be more patriotic than the other, and you got these chuckleheads out here burning jerseys, and I saw another one burning his season tickets. Like, that'll show because you already paid him your money.
Let me just interject there. I hate that. I hate that stupid fact. And maybe this is just liberal old JC here, but for the love of God.
Yeah.
Donate the damn clothes.
You think there's no poor kids that don't like Pittsburgh Steelers?
I'm going to show you. Yeah. I'm going to burn this.
Well, no, because it's all
way to kill the environment.
It's the show me. It's the show me life. It get on social media and let me burn this thing so that people can go and click on it and be like, hey, honey, guess what? My video got 1,200 views.
Yep. Exactly what.
It's like shut the fuck up and put a shirt on, Earl.
Exactly. It's
quit
just,
burning shit.
I hate that.
And then Skeeter over here throwing his jersey in the air, shooting holes through it.
He burned his season tickets.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot.
Colts fan.
Hey, seriously.
What a bozo. I'd burn my season tickets because I got to watch Jacoby Brissett every week. That's the only reason I would do it.
Yeah, there you
watch
go.
Watch that terrible product they have out on the field.
But
Scott Tolzien.
It is what it is. Sadly, with people, and when you have the minority of the people that elected this guy in office, and you have the guy at the very top who is saying, and I've said this a million times on a million different other podcasts, and again, I don't want to make this a political podcast, but you already know, personally, and anybody that follows me knows where I stand politically, and I lean just a little bit over to the lefty, but
I lean on the side of common sense.
But when you have to the minority, the lesser educated that bleeds Trump, not so much America, but they bleed Trump.
I don't think it's an education thing, even. I think it's a stubborn thing. I think that they feel like they've been looked down on by us uppity liberals for so long that they finally got a win in their pocket, and they are not going to let go of that feeling of victory, no matter what he does. He could go in and jackhammer his wife with his tiny little dong for 3 hours while flipping him the bird and telling him that he's useless. And the guy's like, here's my president, he's the man.
Jesus!
He's the man. It's like, he was right. I can shoot someone in the middle of Fifth Avenue and I still wouldn't lose any votes. Right. Because these people are hooked. He's a celebrity. He's a loudmouth.
But he makes them laugh.
Right.
He makes them.
But I don't even know what's funny about him.
He makes them. I think the fact that he's got the title President of the United States.
Yeah.
And he spews out the shit that he does.
Yeah.
He makes those people feel smart.
Yeah.
Because the leader of the free world
is using that language.
So, God damn it, America, I can too.
It's just too much.
The fact that it spilled over into every single pregame show, and every single game, every single game had the national anthem. Because
they got to talk about it just like we are. I mean, we're removed from it. I mean, this just happened like the night before, and they just called out their league. I mean, that's their employer. I mean, that's their bread, and they're telling them that you should start firing people. Like, this is a private organization. You can't just go in and start saying you got to make some rules to make sure that something I am offended by happens. It's like, I'm offended by your fucking haircut.
How offended is he?
He's not. He's not
at all. He's full
take more attention off the fact that he's doing a piss poor job and he hasn't passed a goddamn piece of legislation in almost 10 months.
Side note, I took a suggestion that you made, Brandon, last week.
Yes.
About the music when we do the quick hits. And now I present to you the uninterrupted
Yeah.
56-second version of the primetime and CBS Mega Mix.
Yes.
So
Make
no more,
PFT great
no more
again.
hyper-clicking unless it's the fart button. I'm bringing it back here. All right, NFL quick hits, ladies and gentlemen. The Jets defeat the Miami Dolphins 20-6 behind Brandon
Smokin' Jay.
Josh McCown.
Yeah.
He's the man that he apparently fired.
He's playing better than that other quarterback in New York.
He fired it to Robbie Anderson, who's got great hands. But,
Yeah.
Brandon, is this the case of the Jets just getting lucky, or the Dolphins really this bad?
No, I think the Dolphins are not very good. Smokin' Jay is just... I mean, they'd be 0-2 right now if Young Hoku can kick a field goal.
Young Hogue. All right. The Giants, as you alluded to, Brandon,
Yes,
are still
0-3.
winless, going 0-3, losing to the official first
They
place
woke
team.
up. They woke up in the late third quarter and the fourth and scored like rapid fire touchdowns, and then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, it's tied. Whoa, they're leading, and whoa, it's tied again. And then a 61-yard field goal that everyone's just like, there's no chance. It's going overtime. And he had room to spare on that thing. The only thing that was, in question was it was going to hang it inside the uprights, and it just made it through, and it's pretty impressive. 61 yards.
Right.
Keep you in first place and make the Giants 0-3.
That's right. Sticking to the East, but this time in the AFC, Brandon, believe it or not, the Buffalo Bills, after Week 3, are in first place
With the Patriots.
currently owning the tiebreaker.
Yes.
New England. If the season ended today, Bills fans would completely shit themselves.
Well, I mean, the way things are going with North Korea, it could end today.
The Bills,
Although we may not see them go to the playoffs.
the Bills would
Historians
be
will
first place.
talk about it after we're gone. And they'll go, the Buffalo Bills were in first place when the world ended.
It'll be on the first edition of the JC Money Show post life. They won over the Broncos 26-16, and now head to the new Palace.
I think the Broncos fell in their own trap there. I mean, they beat the shit out of Dallas the week before, and they probably figured, Buffalo.
Yeah, could be.
Buffalo's defense is for real, though.
They are headed to the new Palace that the Dirty Birds built
Yeah.
for a showdown with Atlanta.
That'd be interesting.
But based on the Bills' schedule, Brandon,
Yeah.
there is a real shot that this team could finish 9-7, which may be good enough for the playoffs.
They have to not go Bills, though.
This is assuming that the Bills take 2 against the Jets and the Finns and lose while still losing both to the Pats.
Yeah.
But they could beat Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think 10-6 is kind of realistic, to be honest.
You think so?
I think it is. There's some really bad squads out there. Cincinnati is not a good squad. I mean, they got out early against Green Bay. Great. You got your 2 touchdowns early. They didn't do anything after that. They got that interception for, a touchdown return, but then they did nothing the rest
Too
of
late
the
to go
time.
back to my original pick with the Bills going to the playoffs? I have no idea. I have no idea.
I have no idea, because the Bills can go Bills, and, they'll beat Atlanta this week, and then they'll lose to the Jets and the Dolphins the next 2
True.
if they play or whatever. Or they'll lose to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati will get their first win against them.
That's Brandon.
Why do
they
the
play
Bills?
the game? The NFL is reportedly considering moving the Chargers back to San Diego.
I'll buy
Internally, at
it.
least, it was discussed after the terrible response of the Chargers going.
I don't buy it.
That the NFL may try to force their hand and make the Chargers move back into Qualcomm. Brandon, fact or bullshit?
I think it's BS. They're not going to go back to that dump. If anything, if Oakland can get a stadium, I bet you they can fill them in Oakland. Okay, put them in Northern California.
The Oakland Chargers.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird. But either way,
Yeah.
San Diego
Could be the Bay City Chargers.
It could be. It could very well be. Side note: my favorite new picture is LA doesn't want the Chargers. That's my cover photo. I love that. The LA doesn't want the Chargers jokes are hilarious to me. Sam Bradford, Brandon, your boy in the same division, did not practice.
Why is everyone my boy?
Don't know.
All right.
Just a gimmick.
Cool.
No gimmick, work with it.
All right.
But it is not ruled out for Week 4 just yet. Bradford has only played in 1 game this season, Week 1, where he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week, but has been sidelined with a knee injury since. If Bradford can't go, Case Keenum will get the nod on a Vikings team that is 1-1 when Keenum starts. Is this a different Vikings team than you might be used to?
No.
No? Okay, fair enough.
No. They're about the same as they always were. Remember
already-
they, what, 4-0, 5-0 last
You
year?
already know how I feel about the Vikings.
Yeah, they're not good.
All right, so who the fuck are the Vikings?
3 guys will get hurt, and then their whole season
Brandon, what
will go down
stadium
the
do they play
shit.
in again?
The Bird Killer Dome?
All right. The New Orleans Saints placed defensive tackle David Perry on IR. He was promoted from the practice squad just last week, but didn't last a half before he was injured.
A lot of injuries out there.
Indeed. Controversy surrounded not just the NFL, but the ending of the Lions game last week.
Oof.
Receiver Golden Tate caught a pass
I watched
and lunged
that.
across the goal line with 8 seconds left for what the officials on the field incorrectly ruled as a game-winning touchdown.
Yep.
When NFL senior of officiating Al Riverton reviewed and the referee reviewed the replay, they correctly ruled that Tate was down before the ball crossed the goal line.
Yep.
And because the clock had been stopped by an incorrect call, they also ran 10 seconds off the clock, which is where the controversy comes in, because it ended the game.
Yeah, there was 9 seconds left.
According to Al Riverton, he said that since the clock is running and we go from a stop clock when we have a score, we reverse it to a running clock. Now the 10-second rule comes into play. Detroit did not have any timeouts left. At the end of the game, there's 8 seconds left by rule. We enforce the 10-second runoff and the game is over.
Yeah, it's the rule. It's a terrible fucking rule, though.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Should that rule be visited at the offseason?
Yeah, it should be revisited because it's really terrible. Like when a play is made. Okay, so when I go and throw the ball in the end zone, okay, and there's pass interference on the last play of the game, and time ran out. Why do they always go ahead and say, okay, we're going to play one untimed down because there was a penalty, and you get one untimed down from where the penalty, yardage is marked off? Why is it that they can't go through and say, hey, we screwed up, we ruled that you won the game, we were wrong, so we are going to start the clock when the ball's placed. Mm-hmm. You're not giving them an untimed down. They got to do something with it. You mean to tell me that Matt Stafford couldn't get out to the line and chugged in for a half a yard and still won that game?
Well, right. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
With it. So I agree that
it's not like they had to go far. They were from the 4-yard line to begin with. They're moving and they're all moved forward, so they're pretty much in the position they got to get into. Mm-hmm. To tell me that they can't get it done in 9 seconds is baloney.
Indeed.
Total baloney.
And finally, Brandon, Justin Timberlake is reportedly close to saying yes to being the Super Bowl halftime act.
I'm down with that.
The original plan was, of course, for Jay-Z, but he turned down the offer.
So they went to different J's and went to JT.
They went to JT, and the door opened for him.
If he says no, they might have to go to JTT, and he's going to do the best of Tool Time at halftime with Tim Allen.
It allowed the door for JT to come in and finalize a deal to perform at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. And Brandon, I know you were wondering, but there has been officially no word on whether or not Janet Jackson has been contacted to join him.
Aww.
So, all right. And with that, see the Mega Mix is still going in the background here.
I like it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much. All right. That's going to be it for the first half. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we will have Gear Network Pick'em and more. Stick around. More after this.
Hey, Don, how's it going?
Living the dream. I'm actually just getting ready to do this commercial.
Oh, you mean the commercial where I tell our listeners to tune into Gear Network every week to listen to our show, Get Ready America? That one?
Yeah, John, that's the one.
They can also listen to us talk about news, sports, whatever's on our minds, that.
And a little of what's on our listeners' minds, but they're just too nice to say it.
Well, that, Dawn, is a real humdinger.
Humdinger.
Come join us this and every week for Get Ready America exclusively on the Gear Radio Network.
And the Gear Network app.
The Get Ready America podcast, returning soon to the Gear Radio Network. IndyCard Media is your one-stop shop for quality designs at a quality price. They offer merchandising, company branding, event posters, custom clothing designs, and so much more. Check out their gallery of past designs by visiting facebook.com/IndyCard Media and tell them what you think. That's IndyCard Media, 337-446-4331 or IndyCardMafia@gmail.com. Tell them that we sent you. Again, 337-446-4331. IndyCard Media. Bring your designs to life.
I am a real American. American.
Oh,
You know I had to.
Every man.
Gotta troll it. You know what this is, right?
yeah, I know what it is.
The live version, baby.
Yep.
Derringer.
Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
Oh, you know something, brother? Welcome back to the Football Talk Weekly, dude. Keeping in line with it. You gotta try to bring it back, scale it back, bring it back to the funny shenanigans that we do. And hey, it looks like my microphone is finally picked up and is picking up the bass of my voice. Just listen up.
You gotta take a stand. It don't help to hide.
It don't help to hide, Brandon. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, shopgear.com. It is your friend. And oh wait, here we go. Break it down. He's a real
American. Fight for the rights of.
Well, I will tell you, Brandon, that I did, as much fun as playing Real American is to come back, I did forget to play a specific song earlier today, so if I may.
Oh, Seattle.
They lost.
They're in trouble.
It was actually
They
something
also
you made.
should be 0-3.
There was something that you made. You made this proclamation, and you said every time they lose, we should play this song.
Yeah.
So here it is.
Yeah.
See ya,
Seahawks. Oof.
Okay. And Real American. All right.
Whoa, we're back to All American? That was a segue.
PC free! All right. Gear Network Pick'em, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon and I had probably the worst week in the history.
I think everybody did, though, because there was articles written like, what's happening in the NFL? Do we just not know about this
really
league?
Weird. We had no clue. Like, by the time I believe the midway through the 4 p.m. games, it looked, and
Before the 4 p.m. games, there was like two of us had 2 or 3 right.
It's like,
I was like, what is happening?
What is this shit?
I mean, we rallied in the afternoon and stuff, but man, those 1 o'clock games, whew,
Exactly.
that was brutal.
So, I hope you brought your pick'ems for
I did.
next week up because we forgot to discuss that.
Yeah, we
off
did.
air, so
but they're here.
We'll just we'll run through those. But as far as the week 3 stats go, both Brandon and I finished 7-9. I am 28-19
Like a
on the
Buffalo
season.
Bills.
26-21 is Brandon. He is still 2 games behind me. I can't really call myself the champion every week because, well, we tied that week.
You tied.
In any event, week
Skilp!
Skilp. Week 4 is upon us, and since I already know, Brandon, your Thursday night pick, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about after this. We'll skip that. Let's go Saints-Dolphins real quick.
Dolphins.
I have them.
Just because they're at home.
Okay. Well, then, in the Saints' defense is just ain'ts.
Yeah, it's bad.
Bills-Falcons, I have the Birds.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, Browns-Bengals.
Close one, though.
Browns-Bengals.
I got the Browns.
Okay, I picked the Browns as well. Rams-Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Okay. Lions-Vikings.
Lions.
This may not be a very. I may have to switch one just for the.
Keep going.
Titans-Texans.
Titans.
Panthers.
Pats.
Jags-Jets.
Jags.
Steelers-Ravens.
Steelers.
Bucks-Giants.
Bucks.
Eagles-Chargers.
Eagles.
Cards-Niners.
Cards.
Raiders-Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay, we finally have one. Thank you very much, Brandon. Holy shit! Why do you have the Broncos over the Raiders?
I think they're gonna have a redemption week from that defense. They're playing at home.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders did not look great against Washington last week on the road.
Right.
They're gonna be in a road in a much tougher environment and a much tougher defense on the other side of them. So yeah, I got the Broncos.
I'm going to take the Raiders specific because of the fact that they didn't
Raiders.
Because of the fact that they didn't look very good against Washington, and that I'm playing the angle where the Broncos defense is still reeling from being punched in the mouth by the Buffalo Bills of all teams. So I'm taking the Raiders. I think their offense gets back on track. Hopefully, because even though I still won, I'm playing you in 2 leagues, and I have Crabtree, I think, on both teams. So I need some Crabtree.
He's going to get Talib'd.
Yeah, I hope not.
I do.
All right. So Colts, Seahawks,
T-Hawks,
and Redskins, Chiefs.
Chefs.
Did we
Arrowhead.
really only just disagree on one
Yeah,
game
we
this
did.
week?
It's like an inch closer.
Oh, to hell with that.
Why don't you go take the Bears?
I'm not going to take the
Sorry,
Bears.
fight you.
No one's going to take the Bears. Who would want to take the Bears? I'll go... I hate the Bengals. I can't go. I can't consciously go with them.
No, you're going to be picking Joe Mixon?
Nope. Hell with Joe Mixon. Lions, Vikings. I have the Lions. Do I want to take the Vikings?
Don't take a team just to take a team.
Well, I want to try and, at the very least have the
But
chance.
there'll be a guarantee that there's no tie this week. Unless they tie.
So then it
The
won't
Broncos and Raiders tie.
Oh, shit.
Because
All right,
if we do two and then we split again this week,
I'll just leave it as is.
we're probably gonna be wrong on like 80% of the games anyways.
Well, and we will still have rest of the season to go anyway. So
Yeah.
Okay, Thursday night football tonight, because this podcast drops on a Thursday.
Oh, I can't
as
wait.
always. Packers, Bears. What specifically are you looking forward to in this game?
Oh, having $10 flights at Romegs from Three Heads because they're doing a takeover at the bar over there.
Nice.
So me and Rusty will be at the game watching the Packers
Good old V-Tan.
during the Three Heads takeover.
I should get him on a
Romeg's
podcast
Tavern.
with us one of these weeks.
He used to do a podcast.
He's got podcasting experience.
Donahue
I
and
remember
McCarthy.
that. I remember that podcast.
I went to Donahue's bachelor party this weekend.
Oh yeah.
It was a good time.
All right.
We were bocce champs until I had to leave to go to my reunion. We were 2-0.
All right.
Heading towards the finals. And Russ had to sack up with his old partner, Donahue and McCarthy.
Sack.
And they got in the finals and lost.
Ah,
I was like, oh, there goes my $60. Sons of bitches.
that sucks.
Yeah.
All right. I will say, it's a Thursday night game, so of course you're going to get the anthem thing. But I would be interested to see
Color Rush.
if even better.
All blue for the Bears and all white for the Packers.
They had home or they had Soldier Field.
No, in Green Bay. They did it last year, too. They did it all white.
Okay.
White jersey, white pants,
Okay,
white socks.
interesting.
Yeah.
But either way, I'll be interested to see if the fans take to what Aaron Rodgers says and link arms too, which should, I don't know.
I think it would be pretty cool.
I don't want to go through another week of all this anthem shit, honestly.
It's going to. Because, one guy's going to kneel and the president's going to have a fucking meltdown.
Yeah, true.
So,
True.
12-thread tweet.
Hey, just so you know, though, there are other more pressing things out there. The island of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
98%
U.S. Virgin Islands.
98% of Puerto Rico is without electricity. So
Yep.
just so you know that there are other more pressing things out there than who's standing and who's kneeling for the anthem. So keep all those folks in your thoughts, send them positive vibes, do all that type of stuff. But aside from that, Brandon, what are you looking forward to this weekend, my man?
This weekend?
Or next weekend, I don't know.
This weekend, not really much. I think it's going to be kind of low-key. I'm going to take my kids to Garden Factory for the Halloween thing that they do, gimmick every year. They have rides and slides and face painting and like a light show or whatever.
Okay.
And they like to do it every year. It's close to the house. Pick up the pumpkins, do that.
Okay.
And then the return of Curb Your Enthusiasm Sunday night.
Oh, yes.
I need me some Larry David in my life right now.
Yes, Larry
Little
David.
LD.
Good old LD.
That's really it. It's going to be a low-key weekend. I need one.
Indeed.
I'm running on fumes.
I hear you. Oh, by the way, good looking out with providing me that phone number the other day. For those of you who do not follow the Get Ready America or the JC Money Show format, I like to play pranks on those scam artists that call. Yeah, and everybody gets them. You get the scam callers. They say they're from the IRS. They threaten lawsuits and this and that, and try to, for every 100 people they call, if they can get one person to give them money,
Yep.
to avoid that, that's a victory to them. They called Mr. Grills the other day and left a message because he didn't pick up the phone, and he's got the visual voicemail.
Yeah.
So it translated it very poorly. So he of course sends me the screenshot of the poor translation, to which I laugh, but then I discover that the number is actually still in there.
We wish you good luck.
So I decide to call this number back, and to my surprise, they answer. And from there, I proceeded to put on the impersonation of Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico. And it's on the JC Money Show, this past episode that released yesterday. So go through the, iTunes or whatever, Gear Network, type in the JC Money Show. It's episode 18. But I did release it, and I put it on there. But Brandon, I decided to have a little fun with that as well a couple of days ago, and I tried to call the number back.
Oh,
and
it's not in service
the
anymore.
number wasn't in service.
Yeah, it never is. They disconnect them like after a day.
But literally 10 minutes after that, a number called me. So I picked it up, and I was Vicente Fox again. and this time this guy wasn't playing.
Yeah.
He says, what language do you speak? And I said, well, I speak a little bit of English and maybe some Spanish. You speak Spanish? And he was like, I know you do not speak fucking Spanish and you speak English. Why must you be an asshole and play on the fucking phone? And I'm like, oh, pues you are getting very, como se dice en inglés, salty. And just kind of just messing with him. And then he's like, what, you have dildo, you sit on that. And he's just like,
oh my God.
He's getting mad. So
mad that he can't scam you out of money. What an asshole.
I don't know if I'm going to release that one or if I'm just going to keep that one as a private one. But needless to say, I have lots of fun with that.
Dude, look at the skateboard.
Oh, a crying Jordan skateboard. That's awesome. Do you still have it on the Apple Watch?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Or did you remove it?
No, it's on here.
Nice.
It is on here, and according... Oh, I don't want to do that. Get off of there.
Brandon's playing with the Apple Watch right now. There it is.
It's 10:52 Eastern time.
10:52 Eastern. And I still got to produce this and get it up and get it out. So
rub one out.
Oh, there you go. Well, I think that's going to do it for us on this week, this podcast. And thanks again for everybody tuning in. Shopgear.com. It is your friend. It is the easiest ways to support us, especially with the forthcoming holiday season. And for those of you that do shop and continue to shop, I thank you.
Yeah.
Brandon, let's do this again next week, shall we?
Yeah, we'll do it next week with more football talk.
More football talk.
Less knee talk.
Definitely.
Unless someone takes like a flying knee that was pretty dope and his helmet goes flying off. Then we talk about that knee, but...
Eric Eminem might be taking a flying knee November 17th.
He's going to be taking one.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you as well, sir.
So long, everybody. Good night now.
Remember to see more National Football League action next week.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network. Well, gang, it's October, and you know what that means. Cooler air, falling leaves, and, of course, Halloween. Right now, our Amazon Halloween store has everything you need for the adult, child, or even the pet in your life. Everything from costumes to candy, bags to accessories, and more is available through us, and you can have it delivered right to your front door just in time for that fateful Saturday in October. And right now, save 20% on select Halloween costumes and have your items delivered with free 2-day shipping when you sign up for your free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. Go to gearnetwork.com/holiday and click the banner. It will take you directly to our Halloween store, and you can take advantage of all of the savings, including daily lightning deals that take place directly on that page. And of course, with every purchase, you support this network and all of our podcasts. So again, gearnetwork.com, click on the Gear Holiday Store up on the top banner there, and go ahead and shop away and save, and help us along the way. Happy Halloween from all your friends here at the Gear Radio Network.
Ha 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 ha!